Breathe in and pause. Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This is I delayed this for a month. Now it's time to do it. The 1998 Godzilla American version. I'm going to do this movie. It's over 2 hours long. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. So my sister's seen the Stranger Things finale. So this will give me plenty of time to do that. Join me in the chat. Let's go. Godzilla 98. I saw this when I was 13 on VHS. I didn't see this in the theater because, I was too young to see it by myself. Yeah, you heard that? There's fireworks, guys, so. French Polynesia, at least this is different from the original, not a remake. It's not a shot-for-shot remake like the Disney movies, and fuck Disney for their gay shit. They can't stop, so. Roland Emmerich. I would have seen Independence Day, but it's even longer than this. There's the cast: Hank Azaria, Matthew Broderick, Maria Patillo, Kevin Dunn, Michael Lerner, the Mayor Ebert, Harry Shearer from The Simpsons. Well, when he was there. Yeah, Vicki Lewis. There goes Doug Savant. He plays the Sergeant O'Neill. He's one of the best soldiers in the movie. Look, this has American soldiers. So hey, Salvador, you just made it. We're doing Godzilla. Now, when this came out, I was so hyped because there were buses and bus stops. And also posters everywhere about his tail is this long, or size does matter. And I'm like, yeah. And I enjoyed this movie. It spawned a really kick-ass cartoon from 1998 that I still love to this day. There's a nuclear bomb. What happened to your Home Alone live commentary? I'm doing it later. I'm just not in the mood this week. I saw a couple of bad Christmas movies for the past 3 days, so I'm going to see something good today. Based on the character Godzilla I know from Toho. But this is different. I'd rather it be its own thing than copying the original. Yes, they do the nuclear testing, but it's not like it's a metaphor for the H-bomb like in the original. And this one can breed. Have you seen Shadow Warriors Assault? No. On Devil's Island? No. Never heard of it. It starts in the South Pacific Ocean with the Japanese on a boat. Like the original, but this one's at night, not during the day. How would you rank the Scooby-Doo films and Hotel? That's hard because there's a lot of Scooby-Doo films. Does that include the live-action movies? Because the cartoons is like 150 of them. I can't rank them now. That would take me all night. And do I like this better than the 2014 movie? In a way, because it's a faster-paced movie. The 2014 movie, the director is very boring. He wastes way too much time to get Godzilla into the movie. And some of the characters are just kind of flat for me. This Asian guy was in a lot of films in the 90s. He was in Double Dragon. He did Last Action Hero. I'm talking about live action movies. Well, because the 2014 movie needed to be faster paced because they showed the Mutos more than Godzilla. They did well with Godzilla versus Kong. They're pretty fun made action TV action movie with some cool action. Yeah, there's Godzilla's foot. Yeah, it's practical. There's a lot of practical effects in this movie, not just CGI. Look at the tail, CGI tail. And here's Matthew Broderick. I know a lot of people had a problem with him, but unlike Aaron Taylor Johnson, he had a personality. Come on. The nostalgia critic just hates Matthew Broderick as an actor. I get it. His voice is not for everyone. He's singing Sing in the Rain from the plays. And the live action Scooby Doo movies, I would say the best, my favorite one is the Curse of the Lake Monster, Mystery Begins. Mystery Begins. Is the volume high on this? Because the DVD is low. Hulk Hogan is one of my favorite wrestlers, and then you have the the second Scooby film, and then the 2002 movie. I gotta get new headphones. These headphones are just jerking me around. I can only hear out of one ear. Don't you hate when that happens? Yeah, but I don't really need it because I've seen this movie many times. I would have done it without the headphones, but then if I do that, then I might get a copyright infringement. How come Nickelodeon won't cross over with Marvel? Because they don't own Marvel. Disney does, and I'm sick of Disney. Did I put it in the wrong hole or something? Oh, this is the headphone jack, all right? It is, yeah. Now they're in Tahiti. It won't matter because, like I said, I'm going to get some new headphones on Amazon sometime in the summer. This is just the French guys. I can mute this part. Uh, since you mentioned the nostalgia, what is his worst video? That's the Pink Floyd one. That one is the absolute worst. This scene is not subtitled on Netflix, so if you see this movie on Netflix, the subtitles are not there, so you don't know what they're saying. They're saying, well, if you heard about the Americans, if there were any survivors on the boat, there was one, just like in the original film. Like, how would you rank the Hotel Transylvania movies? The second one, I really enjoy the second one, then the first one, then the third one. The fourth one is dead last, and that's only because the fourth one doesn't have Adam Sandler. Yes, they're in the Minions movie, which I'm very happy did very well for Universal because it didn't have to pander. It didn't have to put gay agendas in a kids movie. I am sick of that. I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah, that's Jean Reno from Mission Impossible, The Professional, a bunch of stuff. hmm I wish I could have seen Godzilla versus Kong in the theater because it happened. It came out last April, and I wasn't vaccinated yet. So now I am. So I'm free. Are you seeing Minions 2 in the theater next week? Yeah, after Space Jam: A New Legacy. Here we go. This is in Gulf of the San Miguel in Panama. They go to different locations. Yeah, but there's Kevin Dunn from the Transformers movies, the first three. There's going to be fireworks outside, so if you hear that noise. Jean Reno was also the French voice of Mufasa in yeah. I haven't heard it because I haven't seen The Lion King 2019 or the French version of Lion King 1994. He worked at Universal even back in the 90s, like Hard Target, Time Cop. I know I've seen a lot of Dolph Lundgren's good stuff. His early stuff was really good. Once he did Street Fighter, it was downhill for there for a while. I want to do a double teamed podcast sometime this summer. How come TMNT won't cross over with Star Wars again? Little Sims. If they don't have the rights, they can't cross over. It's that simple. A live stream at night, that's new. It's not new. If you saw my Joker commentary last year, it was on New Year's Eve at midnight, and I did it. I have to because my sister's watching a 2-hour episode of Stranger Things. 2 hours and 22 minutes, guys. That's long. This movie's only 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, yeah. Where is it? Oh, that footprint looks great. Roland Emmerich gets a lot of shit for this remake, but I enjoy it because it's guilty pleasure material. It's a monster movie, guys. It's not boring. Godzilla's presence is in the movie a lot. That's new. It's not new. I've been doing podcasts at night for many years now. I mostly do them during the day, but because tomorrow's a holiday, I wanted to do this at night. Look at that nose. Beautiful Vicki Lewis and her nose. She got fat now, but she still has that beautiful nose. Hmm. Now we have Felicia Day, who has that beautiful nose. Here's Malcolm Denary. He's also in the cartoon as a Double Team is a very underrated movie. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I did not see your Joker commentary. Well, it's on my channel. Look for it. Joker live commentary on my channel. You'll find it. It's from last year, early last year. The cartoon was good. This 90s cartoon was a continuation because it was the last egg that hatched at the end of this movie. It has continuity with that, and Godzilla's fights a lot of monsters, bugs, giant lizards, a bat, spiders, uh, and there we go. We get to New York City. Yeah, I love all the Sharknado movies. Yeah, I think 4 and 5 are the weakest, but I still get some laughs out of them. There's New York City. Yeah, my home. Not Manhattan, just a part of New York City. There's the Empire State Building. I go to Manhattan every year. Yes, even during the pandemic, I went to Manhattan last year and this year because I'm not afraid, guys. I got COVID, I survived it, and I'm still going forward. I'm not getting no monkeypox. I'm never going to Africa. Not until the pandemic is over. If I do, I'm going to get like 14 shots to prevent myself from dying. Are you ever going to watch Tales from the Earth Sea? I think I've seen that one. Yeah, I saw Tales from Earth Sea. From Up on Poppy Hill. I haven't seen them. Those are they're on Netflix or they're on HBO Max. Those Miyazaki films and films like that, and then the Studio Ghibli films. Yeah, what a scumbag! He's a Harvey Weinstein. How would you rank the Spider-Man movies? Of course, thoughts on Chain Reaction? I haven't seen that one. The Spider-Man movies, I still think the second movie is my favorite. I love No Way Home, but there's a lot of stuff that could have been cut out of that. Just a few characters in the first hour, and that stupid ending with Venom that wasn't needed. He was there for Phil. Those are the World Trade Center. Yes, it was in this movie. This was 1998. Now they're in Jamaica. Yes, he is. He's married to Sarah Jessica Parker, who still looks great, by the way. Yeah, Vicki Lewis also did a good Pixar movie, Finding Nemo. After Luca, they peaked. Pixar should have just taken a break. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the best one. I enjoyed it. I just think it's animated, so I really count that as its own thing. Live action, it's not. It won't be until Miles is in the MCU. I want Miles in the MCU. He deserves it. He's been neglected long enough. He's had a successful cartoon, movie, a game. It's time to put him in live action. And Disney better not fuck this up, or I will stop watching Disney Plus. The score is good in this movie. The ship, it looks like the Titanic, yeah. It has basically the same pacing of the original 54 version, but it's not black and white. It's a little bit longer. Thoughts on Miami Vice, the 80s, so I haven't seen that. Dead Bang is a good movie with Don Johnson. His daughter's beautiful. Yeah, who did the score for this? David Arnold. He's the best character in the movie. Anton Yelchin died way too young. I know, it was 6 years ago. I know. And Jean Reno's a good actor. I've seen him in a lot of stuff. Yeah, he's the best character because he's not afraid of anything in this movie. He shoots the baby Godzillas. He gets them out of the Madison Square Garden. He drives a taxi cab with a knife. He's a badass character, and they don't have to say it; they have to show it. What's the worst Anna Faris scary movie? I haven't seen 3 and 4. I've seen 5, but she's not in that one. So once I see 3 and 4, I'll get back to you on that. Dead Bang is underrated. It deserves a bet. I think it got a Blu-ray, but it never got like a special edition, like a Shout Factor release or a Vinegar Syndrome. That would have been nice. Here comes the next boat to get over, Eastern Seaboard, United States of America. They're shooting a lot of fireworks upstairs. Because I watched from up on Poppy Hill, and he voices a major character in that. He's great in it. Who? Don Johnson? I wish I had some popcorn, but I don't. Scary Movie 2 is the worst. Why? Because there's a lot of toilet humor in that and sex jokes. Miles is going to be okay in live action. No one's going to hurt him. Not even the Spider-Man, his Spider-Man girlfriend. No, we don't know how he's going to be introduced. I always thought it was hilarious when Don Johnson's character pukes on one of the guys. Ugh, that's gross. Yeah, they got the thing stuck. And I like that they don't show Godzilla right away. They just show his claw marks, his footprint, his tail. People had a problem with this design, but it's fine. It's going to be different. It was an American-made version. They called him Zilla in Godzilla Final Wars. Oh, Anton Yelchin. Okay. Because he did that before he passed. Plus, more people can watch my stuff at night. During the day, everybody's either asleep, at work, or just doing something else. And tomorrow's a holiday. I'm doing another podcast, American Assassin, because I'm trying to make up for lost time when I had COVID. Yes, I do. Scary Movie 3 is underrated and Scary Movie 4 is okay. I haven't seen those yet. It's not the time for it because Warner Brothers only released Dead Bang in one of the older DVDs. Hopefully, they can release it on Blu-ray if they own it. Yeah, and it's full screen. I used to have it. But I got rid of it because it was in a double bill with some other movie that I need. Plus, it was full screen and it was not needed. Pulled under. John, did you see my movie? No, I'm going to see it sometime this week. I used to have a poster of this movie. I had a Godzilla toy when I was 13. I had a T-shirt. I had a movie book. Yeah, because he's my favorite monster, cinematic monster. Even before I watched Pokemon, I was watching a lot of Godzilla movies dubbed when I was a kid on like on the Disney Channel. You know when it was good. Now it's bullshit and woke. And also, I saw the Japanese versions recently. In the past 15 years, Toho released some of the original Godzilla movies subtitled, and I read them. Skyrim Movie 5 is 5. 5 is the worst because 5 is like, no Anna Faris. It's not funny. It's not memorable. The references were dated even when that movie came out. Do you know about Tom Hanks' accent? Yeah, he sounds. I'm the villain. Yeah, the city that never sleeps. I'll say. I couldn't sleep last night. They were making so much noise. Your life doesn't suck. His life sucks. There's 3 actors in this movie from The Simpsons. One of them is a cameo. I know. And Hank Azaria is actually a character in this movie. He's not a cartoon like in the Smurfs. Oh my god, that's just too much. That was too much. And no, I'm not making fun of somebody mentally challenged. I'm saying that's how he sounds like Gus Gargamel. I saw the movie and loved it. I don't even mind comics. It's too long. Why is that movie 2.5 hours? Tell me that, classic film collector. Why is that movie longer than this? It's 2.5 hours. I checked it on Pflix. It's without the end credits, 2.5 hours. Baz Luhrmann, please make your movie shorter. I'm begging you. Even Roland Emmerich made movies shorter than that. I mean, his Universal Soldier in the 90s, that was under 2 hours. That was not 2.5 hours. Good God, do you think we have all day to be in the theater? What's wrong with you? This is the fish market that was in Home Alone 2. And I love that. This is the second movie I've seen today that's in New York City. The first one was Fantastic Four 2005. The extended cut. I finally saw I finally saw it. It was decent. It added some more character development for Johnny and for the Ben Grimm. This is when we first see Godzilla. And yes, I know a lot of people hate this movie, but I don't. Because I saw it when I was 13 and I loved it ever since. Because it is different and it's not in canon. This was never canon with the other films until Final Wars. They put Zilla and he dies really quickly in a few seconds with the real Japanese version of Godzilla. Look, I even have a green box. Cool, right? This guy looks like Mel Brooks. The one thing I didn't like in this movie, even when I first saw it, is that it rains like 90% of the movie because they filmed it during the spring of like 97, like around the same time Phantom Menace was going to come out. Yeah. And man, it was a rainy season in New York City at that time. It rains a lot here. All seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. Especially the spring. The effects look good. Run, old man, run. Oh yeah, this is when the movie begins. So about 25 minutes in. Was Savage and what? John, you said you were Savage and Stiletto live stream because I was angry. Like that was in the winter, and I was very angry and stressed out. Nothing was happening. When nothing happens in my life, I get bored. Okay, and I get angry. I'm angry today because of Disney Plus. What they did, they ruined the Baymax show with gay agendas. There's the footprint, right in your face. Look at those feet. It is a lot like it is a bit similar to Jurassic Park, especially the second half of this movie, but it makes me smile. There's the mouth. At least Godzilla kills in this movie. He's not. They didn't make him an anti-hero like they did in other movies. I don't know if the movie needed to be 2.5 hours, but it didn't bore me at all. I found it well paced and fun for what it was. The thing is, it's not the real Elvis. It's an actor that I don't like playing Elvis. It's normal. Anyone gets savage. Yeah. Wait, you saw the Baymax show? Yeah, I don't like it. I love the animation and the voice of Baymax, but it's nothing like the Big Hero show. Big Hero 6 show, the TV series did it's not. It's way too gay and pandering, and I'm sick of it. Yeah, this movie still holds up. Even the effects, a lot of them, some of them look kind of dated with the baby Godzillas, but the practical effects look amazing in this movie. It's right up there with Aliens and freaking The Abyss and Terminator 2 and Jurassic Park. Yeah, the first Jurassic Park. These new Jurassic Park movies, I hated the effects. I hated the effects in the first Jurassic World. I hated the effects in Fallen Kingdom. I haven't seen Dominion, so I'll get back to you on that. And this was before 9/11, by the way. And I could take it. The first scary movie is the best. I know. Because it was a different kind of a spoof when spoofs were good back then. Run, America. Run, New Yorkers. Run. He, he threw a boat on them. This is Nancy Cartwright's cameo. She has a broken hand. The voice of Bart Simpson. Hey, Electric Dino, you just made it. We're watching a movie with a giant dinosaur in the way. Or, a radioactive monster. There she is. There's a Barney and the dinosaur in it. And they know each other really well. It's a funny cameo because look at the tail. I like these effects. For 1998, it could have looked a lot worse, guys. And Maria Patillo's not horrible here. She didn't go on to do much after this because of how the backlash she got, but I'd rather take her any day over Amber Heard because she's an abusive bitch. Can you review Turtles Forever? That's not well, that is a crossover, but again, later this month. Collateral Damage with Arnold was originally said to be in 2000. I know because again, it was about Middle Eastern terrorists, not in New York City. It was California, but still, it hit too close to home. I enjoy it, but it's a little bit too long. It was too long, and also some of the villains I thought were just not really that great. Look, there's an eye on Godzilla's foot, like right behind, right above his shin. There's an eye on there. I love dinosaurs and I adore Godzilla. Yeah, yeah, and he has a camera, and you saw he's using a tape. Nobody uses that anymore. They use a hard drive or digital cameras with like SD cards. Hmm. How would you rank Zendaya's Disney roles? I don't know. I've only seen a couple of them. You have Zapped, Casey Undercover, and Frenemies, and also that other movie show she did with Bella Thorne. Yep, he's filming it with a big HD video camera. I remember those video cameras in the 90s. What's your favorite Spielberg movie? Well, one of them is E.T. Yep, I wish they could do this to Disney. Bloom, squish you. He missed him by the inch of his toenails. That's great. Even when I was 13, I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, I want this new Disney to burn. I'm tired of them. I'm so tired of them. I'm sick of them. I'm not doing any podcasts for Disney for the entire summer just to stick it to their up their fucking ass. Pandering. They can't. They won't stop. At least with who did this? TriStar, Columbia. They know how to do a good movie compared to Disney. He survived. Yep. Have I ever hated a Spielberg movie? Well, I haven't seen Ready Player One. I like Lost World. I know that a lot of people didn't. Hook. It's my childhood favorite. I love Jurassic Park. I haven't finished, so I got to see that all the way through, and I'll get War of the Worlds. I don't think is that bad. Here's a mobile command center in New Jersey, Harley Quinn's hometown. I don't. I don't love Force Awakens. I relinquished that review. That was on my old channel. Not. I hate it now. Sabrina Carpenter is the niece of Nancy Cartwright. That's cool, Josh. And they both have talent doing voice acting and singing and whatever. So the in that family they have talent. Disney ran out of talent after 2010. They just pander, and I'm sick of it. That's why I'm not seeing Zambos 3. I just watched the South Korean dinosaur movie known as The Dino King, and I adore it more than Jurassic World. Yeah, it's probably better effects, and it's shorter. When this movie was over 2 hours, this is when movies were better, because you couldn't stream this in 1998 or 1999. Mm-hmm. A city of over 8 billion people is a good place to hide. Trust me. There's like 4 billion immigrants that live in this city. Over 4 billion. I know. I see them every time I go take, I go recycle bottles. What's worse, the Cat in the Hat or the Amazing Spider-Man? Cat in the Hat, because it was offensive. It was offensive. Yeah. Thank God there were no dinosaurs here in Manhattan. Yep. He survived by the skin of his teeth, man. Because Hank Azaria is not going to be paid to be in a major blockbuster and be in the film for 5 minutes. Oh, this guy was in Die Hard. He was in Marty Brock from Ernest Saves Christmas. Audrey's gonna spend the night with us. I'm real tight. Yeah, Hank Azaria, I love him as a voice actor, though. Bartok and Anastasia and The Simpsons. So he's a freaking voice acting legend. Even as his, yes, he played a gay guy in The Birdcage, but I don't watch that movie. It's a remake of a French film that's gay. Gay cinema's not for me, guys. I'm heterosexual. What happened to Salvatore Spano? I didn't block him. I can't hate gay people, but I don't want their agendas in my stuff. Got it? Keep your dick sucking to yourself. I don't want to see it. Sorry. I know this is going to be controversial. I don't care. This is not a Disney podcast. I do no Disney podcast. No, Home Alone doesn't count. It was made by Fox over 30 years ago. It has nothing to do with Disney. It's on Disney Plus, but they haven't altered it. It's in its purest form. It's just in high definition. I love this movie. Yeah. And it's funny how Godzilla just attacked this city and they didn't evacuate people yet. That's the 23rd Street subway station. Yeah, I've seen that before. Oh yeah, this line makes me cringe. As the worst as the obstruction since the World Trade Center bombing. Ooh, that joke did not age well. I mean, it's not even a joke. Like, that really happened in 1993 when I was a kid. They bombed the World Trade Center basement, and that was a foreshadowing what happened on 9/11. But I'm safe. Just remove this one. There's the MetLife building. Yeah, it's still there in New York City. These effects still look great. Yeah, the World Trade Center bombing. I was there. I was. That was. I think summer of 1993. I know. Back off, Gene. Yeah, I loved Hershey's chicken, chocolates. I love them, especially in Pennsylvania. I don't care about Italian styling. Don't mention people here that I don't talk about. Rambo Raff, Mike OCP Communications, or Italian styling. They all a bunch of freaking white guys that do not know what the hell they're talking about. They were tired of comic book movies like 8 years ago, so fuck all three of them. Have you thought of reviewing more Seagal films? Yes, just not this month because he didn't do any crossover movies. In August, I'll do some Steven Seagal movies, and I'll do some podcasts for his movies. His early stuff, not his fat Seagal 400-pound face or no. I don't want any of his movies from the past 10 years. I'm talking about his good movies from the 80s, the 90s, a couple from the 2000s. That's it. Why did you remove my comment? I told you, Little Sim, do not mention those people's names again. Do not mention it. Yeah, she stole his badge, which is a federal crime, by the way. False identification is a story. I saw Caitlyn in a trailer for Ticket to Paradise and it looked sweet. The second conversation with some people and be respectful. The thing is that if Caitlyn was in a movie like this, Josh, the whole time I'm gonna be just like, yeah, again, I'm heterosexual. That means I'm only attracted to women. That is the only thing in this world that I will ever get pleasure out of. And you guys know that. You've seen when I saw Kate. That's why Booksmart. I'm not doing it for a while. I need to wait because I might just be way too overly ambitious to watch it. That's a donut. No, that's a donut. Yeah, that coffee. He forgot to put sugar in it. Yeah, in France, they have their coffees usually. They're in a cafe and they have cream and sugar usually. This is when he bugged him. Yeah, I know. Trust me. When Hurricane Sandy happened, I had to stay here. I couldn't even leave the house for 3 days. Had no power. I was suffering more that day than when I had COVID. We're almost an hour in. It's a good actor. I want to see him again. Doug Savant. It's a good actor. I want to see him in like a Star Wars movie or the MCU. One of the MCU shows. And I do agree, Josh. These what the Marvel shows needs to be longer. They have to put more episodes. Like She-Hulk is going to be 9 episodes. 6 episodes is just too fast. Wanda had at least 8 or 9 episodes, so it worked. But 6 episodes, it just goes by in a blink of an eye. Disney is boring now. I hate Disney now. Marvel is its own thing. If they never did work with Disney again, they would still be successful because they do not pander. Disney is the reason Eternals was gay. Just saying. This is the 6 train. I remember that. And there's a lot of scenes without Matthew Broderick, just to let you know. I know he's the main character. There's a lot of scenes without him. Yeah, there's the tunnels. Yeah, sir. How? He like stutters in this movie out of fear. Yeah, he doesn't leave New York City because he's in the movie for the entire film. Actually, a prehistoric animal. Not to dig them out, but to draw them out. He sounds like Simba, adult Simba in The Lion King. 10 episodes is better than 6. Yeah, it is, Josh. I agree with that because 6, it just goes by quick. I'm like, Miss Marvel, we're halfway through it. I'm like, that's it? There's only 2 episodes left? She-Hulk is going to be 9. Thoughts on Sanford and Son? I haven't seen it yet. 6 episodes. Miss Marvel is great so far, but I think 10 episodes would have made the show worthy. Yeah. It's sad the backlash she got. Yeah, because back then, there was no Facebook. There was no Twitter. Critics bashed her, and she never did another feature film like this again. Just like Jake Lloyd in The Phantom Menace. It's sad that a bunch of negativity may ruin a person's career. Yet Amber Heard still gets work. So fuck this decade with the double back ass backwards double standards. A woman that abused a man for years is still in Aquaman 2. She was reduced, but she's still in it. I wish she was cut entirely. I'm watching it for Jason Momoa, not her. I didn't even like her in the first movie. This movie's fun. It's different. I like that it's different. I like that it's American. It's not subtitled completely. This scene is subtitled. Does it say, we have a picture. You can leave, Jean-Luc. We have a signal, sir. Yeah. TMNT 2007 or 2012. They're about the same. You said this was French roast. Yes, most of these actors are French, so they didn't get like American actors to play them. Most of them have been in other films. I remember those Kodak cameras, those disposable ones that you could get in a. They were before, you could just take a selfie with a cell phone now. At least with She-Hulk, it's not going to be rushed. It's coming out in August. It's going to end in October, and I'm very happy about that because Tatiana Maslany is gorgeous, Josh. When those eyes turn green and she becomes this giant green hottie, I'm going to be like, oh, you are so yummy. Hey, it's a woman. It's not a non-binary chick. She has long hair and everything. It's sexy. And it's really Tatiana's face. Why do I even keep you around? Yeah, they're trying to draw him out. That's a lot of fish. Yeah, I love that. I love that line. Yeah, they try to do it again in Central Park, and it doesn't work because they shoot him too much. And conventional weapons won't hurt him because he's a radioactive monster. He's not. If they shot the dinosaurs in Jurassic World with these weapons, they'd be dead in 2 seconds because they're semi-automatics and bazookas and tanks and jet fighters. Yes, and they're the same jet fighters that are in Top Gun Maverick. So, which I'm going to watch this summer by myself. I really hope that. Hold on, I'm going to just go on Facebook. I'm not leaving. I'm just going to go on Facebook. So when my sister's done, we can talk. I'm glad I got a good internet connection. Yeah. Recast her in Aquaman 3 and I'm satisfied. Yeah, because we don't need her anymore. Besides, this Flash movie is going to erase half of the things that happened with the Snyderverse, so we're fine. You're welcome to change and let people who can't stand recasting. Hey, Marvel does it and they've done it well. They recast Rhodey. They recast freaking what's it we call it? One of the Warriors 3. It doesn't bother. They recast Hulk twice, so it works. Hold on. This is when they try to look for Godzilla underground. Remove this. There we go. Yeah, I'm keeping Facebook open just in case of. Yeah, I know, Josh. You saw Minions. So how was it? Was it funny like the first one? I rewatched the first one last week and I was laughing my ass off. See, because it's funny. They keep it kid friendly. They didn't make woke. They didn't have to put agendas in it. They didn't have to make the movie 2 hours long. Yeah, the look on Broderick's face is golden. He's like, oh shit. I remember Kodak cameras used to use them, Josh. You were born in the late 90s, so you know. I was there. I was there. I was 13 when this came out. 13 years old. I would have loved this in the theater. There he goes. This is the first time you get to get a good look at Godzilla with his muscle body. Trick Dragon 505 channel is awesome. He's all right. This is a redesign, and it was fine because it's an American version. It's not a copy of the 1954 classic or any of the sequels. I did get to see Godzilla 2000 in the theater. I was very lucky. It was dubbed, but I got to see it. Very happy about that. Yeah, right in your face. Please say he eats Broderick. No, he doesn't. Good practical effect. Yeah, he has a big chin like an iguana, but he also has the spiky back like the original, and he does destroy buildings, so it counts. It's like because he'll eat him. He roars in his face though. Yes, the original roar, baby. Oh man, I missed that original roar because the new Godzilla has a cool roar in Godzilla versus Kong, but it's not the original. Ah! That roar is still the best. I get chills every time I hear it. I heard it once in King of the Monsters in 2019, and I had chills. I was like, "Oh my god, that's the original roar." It was a rubber glove on a contrabass, a stringed instrument, and they did that with that. Those effects look good, guys. I know. I'm going to be saying that a lot. I like the design. He still has the spiky back. He still breathes fire, not as much. In the cartoon, he does it more. Yep, King of the Monsters for a reason. Because yes, when I saw Godzilla 2 2014, people clapped when he showed up. When he roared, I was clapping like there was no tomorrow. Because it's just an iconic villain character, man. Spanning over 60 years. And I saw the original in the theater, so I am a super fan. Yes, I do remember Kodak cameras. Minions 2 was funny as a first. Kanan does the monster movie. Yeah, imagine her as the girl running away from a monster like in Godzilla versus Kong. Caitlin does it might be overly ambitious, but she can do anything. Fire, yeah. It's not gonna work. Nope. You missed. Hey, look, it's the Daily Bugle from Spider-Man 2002. Because I was supposed to do this podcast in May, but I was sick. Yes, I hear the fireworks outside. You don't have to tell me. There's John Adams, a statue of John Adams. This is when he jumps into the water. Actually, no, he doesn't. This is when he uses a fire. Yep. Yep. The flames, yeah. Here it's like real fire. It's not green fire. Because bitching about monster movies, they're not deep. They're not deep movies, guys. They're just fun. And if you guys can watch this on streaming, it's worth watching. It's just on Netflix. They take out the subtitles so you don't know what they're saying. In the scenes where they're speaking French, there's no subtitles in most of the scenes with them. We're about an hour in. Yep, and he destroyed the Chrysler building. He's like, oh, damn. I love that. Yeah. They destroyed a building that's been a monument, a giant like symbol of New York City. That and the Empire State Building, but they don't want to copy Kong, so they did the Chrysler Building instead. Watch. This movie's so funny, man. Who when Superman or Hulk? Yeah. At least they don't hurt the World Trade Center because too close to home. Oh, this is a creature. It came from beneath the sea. Stock footage of that movie. I know my friend Josh was not a fan of it because it was kind of slow, but I love the effects in that movie. I prefer the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Josh, see that movie this year, please. It's worth your time. I saw it in the theater and I had a ball to see this giant monster in New York City, which is kind of like this. Thanks to that movie, we have this movie and we have the 2014 movie and Godzilla versus Kong. I'll do the 2014 Godzilla sometime in July or August. I just got to find a day because I can't do a podcast every day. Yeah, they can't shoot this thing. They're like the stormtroopers trying to shoot the Rebel Alliance. They can't do it. They got the terrible aim. They shoot him right on the tail. That's where he gets the blood sample. They shot him on the tail. Superman would win, yeah, because he can fly. It's raining here in Australia. Crazy weather. Yeah, I know because well, isn't it fall in Australia? Yeah. Is it like fall or winter over there already? Yeah, it's weird. It's a nice touch. One of the helicopter pilots is Asian. Yep, here we go. Knocks you right out. Ha ha! He eats another one. He bites the other one. That's what Top Gun Maverick needed, guys. A giant monster chasing the pilots. That would have made the movie a classic. I know the movies they said there's good action sequences in it, but I love seeing monsters chasing after jet planes or helicopters or whatever. It makes me laugh. What was that bang I heard? There's fireworks, Salvatore. I know where you live, they don't celebrate for Independence Day because it's Australia, but here in the U.S., people shoot fireworks like crazy in the city. Not. He bit you right in half. That's great. It's not upstairs. It's not my window. They have a Michelle Jones action figure? No. I don't want any candy. Leave me alone. This is when he dry humps the building. I love this roar, man. His legacy is gonna live forever, man. Yeah, there's the blood sample. Just like in the Beast of 20,000 Fathoms. We fed him, and he took some of the fish to store for his babies. How does he reproduce? Asexually, and not in the way that humans want to do it. Caitlin running or helping a creature in a monster movie. Give her something to do. They gave Millie Bobby Brown nothing to do in Godzilla versus Kong. Winter. Yeah, winter it is. Okay, so that's something great, and it's okay to be ambitious with something, especially a YouTube channel. Yeah, I adore her, Josh. I want to see her do more. Some more big movies that are special effects heavy, spectacle, something with a big budget that doesn't suck. Disney. Thor is going to be awesome, but Josh, don't tell me anything about it. I'm going to go see it in the theater in 5 days, and I'm going to have a ball. And fuck the Disney executives. I'm going to see it for Marvel, not Disney. Hmm. There's no Michelle Jones tour, not that I can see, that I know of. Did you see my message? Yeah, I saw it. Hey, if she went to a convention, I would let her sign this thing and tell them the haters to suck it. Because I own movies that critics were not crazy about. It doesn't matter to me because what matters is it what my entertainment value. Was I entertained? I was. $46 for pregnancy test. How much is it now? 90? Because I did a COVID test at home and it was negative. Yet I got the real COVID test where they stuck a thing up my nose and I was negative. Yet I was positive back in May. But I'm doing fine now, guys. I'm living. I'm alive. That means that my immune system is strong, man. Some people don't. I'm excited myself for Thor, and I'm not saying it. Kaylin, of course, let her do a big budget film. Yeah, because we haven't seen her do something big budget. It's been low budget comedies, independent movies, and a dramedy that was, praised by critics but didn't do well at the box office. It could have bad timing. How come you think a Michelle Jones movie won't happen? Because she's not a spider person. That's why. At least Gwen is a spider person and Into the Spider Verse. Nuclear contamination. Yeah. If you've seen the original, you know that. A very unusual he. No, men cannot have babies. Human men. Like plants. That's how plants reproduce. They're born pregnant, these version of Godzilla. They do, especially turtles. Yeah, I know. They look like the eggs from aliens. They look just like them. I bet the production designers and the special effects crew, they said, let's do like aliens and make a nest full of eggs, but baby Godzillas. People said that they look like the velociraptors. I'm like, yeah, they're similar, but they're not. They're bigger, actually. Plus, these things kill. The velociraptors only killed in the grass. They killed Mr. Arnold in the first one. The kids they don't kill. Why? Because the kids have to stay alive in those Jurassic Park movies and World apparently. We're about an hour in. We still got another hour to go, guys, because my sister's not done with Stranger Things yet. It's 2 hours and 22 minutes. There's a U.S. Army. Yeah, this is exclusive footage. Brave Wilderness. I don't know what that is. She shouldn't have taken that tape. She did it to get a story. I'm like, yeah, it's sad because he trusted her. Everyone keeps talking about this Michelle Jones movie ever since last. I'm like, yeah, stop, just stop. You're gonna see her again in Spider-Man 4. Shut up about that, please. It's not like Zendaya, this is her breakout role. It wasn't because she was acting since she was a teenage girl like 10 years ago when she was on Shake It Up. And I didn't give a damn about that show. Why? Because Bella Thorne is a freak. I liked her in Zap. That's where I started watching her in. Then she did, Greatest Showman, Spider-Man Homecoming. She was barely in that movie, and you didn't mention her in that. Animal Channel. I don't watch that. I haven't seen the Discovery Channel in years, or the Animal Planet, or any of that. Yeah, I love how Godzilla can camouflage. He didn't do that in the original. Mm-mm. Look at that eye. Green eyes. Yeah. That Taco Bell bag, yeah, there's product placement in this movie. I love movies in New York City, guys. I'm just a sucker for that. Since I am a New Yorker at heart, I I have a soft. Yeah, a Sony ES because Sony made this movie. Sony distributed this film. Yeah, and it's a better movie than Morbius. Yeah, it's a better movie. This movie actually is complete. It's PG-13, but it has blood in it. It has violence. There's blood. There's destruction of an entire freaking city. Morbius is just Black Widow, but even worse. It's like Black Widow and Blade and put them together in a blender, and you fucked it up. So I hope you can live with yourself, Sony. Stop making these god awful Sony, Spider-Man villain movies. They're not the real villains. They're not. The real villains in the Spider-Man comics kill. Venom kills. Carnage kills. Craven the Hunter. He's a hunter. He's not a freaking. He's not a fisherman. He's a freaking hunter. Your movies suck, Sony. Your villain movies suck. I hated Venom. It made me sick. This movie made me smile. Monster House, because I like that more. There's always one more. Like a plant. That's not. No, that's not a gender. That is not a gender. No. Hmm. Because I've seen the third act. We'll get her. We'll get her again. Sony will do just fine with Madam Web. I think that movie's going to be fine because it's different. I don't know who that character is. It's not a Spider-Man villain because we've never seen him fight her, and she's not like a killer. Like we'll see what that has to offer. Maybe it'll be a more female touch, which is fine with me. Uh, Dakota depends on Dakota's acting chops. She's not going to be any worse than 50 Shades, Josh. I guarantee you. Even if she's just okay in that movie, it's going to be better than anything she did in 50 Shades, where she gets spanked and lets a man take her life over. No, that's not going to happen here. Sell it people same way Miles did. Yeah. Why are you treating Black Widow horrible? Because I didn't like what they did with her. It was supposed to be Scarlett Johansson's movie, not Yelena's. Fuck Yelena. I said that last year. I'm saying it again. Screw Yelena. I don't like that actress. Florence is a freaking. She's a joke. You can't even sell a movie on your own. Here it is. Let's not talk about her again. This isn't. She's not even. She wasn't even born when this movie came out. So kiss my ass. Godzilla. 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 Yes, sir. Thoughts on Last Action Hero? It's fun. It's stupid, but it's fun. It was a cinematic universe movie before the MCU and the DCU. Japan. You saw Polynesia, Panama, Papadopoulos. Manhattan is ground zero. Yeah, enough said. I was there, so I know what it was like. No, no, it's in my head right now. He's way worse than Inspector Gadget because that's a beloved character, and this is a made up character that I've never heard of. But why the hell did you make him Inspector Gadget? With no, I gotta get out of here. That was terrible. And Sony did better with the Jumanji sequels. Yes, because it doesn't crap on the first movie. What they're doing is punishing Spider-Man fans because they're like, "Oh, you want Spider-Man in these movies? You're not going to get him. You're going to have Venom. You're going to have Venom licking a screen, which is disgusting, by the way. It's like, oh, that he looks chubby. Ah, I don't know. Fuck you, Sony. And they surprised me, and they don't do another one, so they might see the kids from the original as adults. Yeah, Thoughts on Waverly Place? Never watched it. Don't like Selena Gomez. I don't think she's funny. You just switch the headphones. Excuse me, what? Because these are not working at all. Because for some reason, it's fine. My sister's going to be done in an hour and change because it's very long. That's why I wanted to see this movie because a 90-minute movie would not get the job done. You put it all the way in. There we go. Even if it's in one ear, I'll try to see it because I like these headphones better. I got to get some headphones like this again. Much better. Much better, guys. I just don't care. I just don't care about her. She's not. She's just, we all mess up sometimes, girl. So it makes us human and not Superman. So Baskin Robbins. Yeah, Ben Nick wants to get out of the state because I'm like he's pissed off. You betrayed him. It's like what Amber Heard did to Johnny Depp. This movie is not an endurance test. You know what was longer than this? Eternals, and I was bored out of my mind. At least this movie, I'm not waiting for him to just Godzilla to just kill somebody. There's a lot of anticipation. You don't see him destroy something for a while until like they chasing him in the city again in the park, and then I do reviews on my channel. I know it's Little Sims, but I haven't seen it because I have a lot on my plate. Hmm. Hmm. All right. I'm afraid I can't do that. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Roach. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jean Reno was born in Morocco, not France, but he's still a good actor. As much as I do. Thoughts on UFC? I respect those people for what they have to put their bodies through. Getting punched in the face hurts. Trust me. I got hit in the face many times when I was a kid in school from some dumbass kids that didn't like me. You still have semi-automatic weapons. Da-da-da-da. I know. I do. I love this country. I love living here. I'm free. I could say almost anything I want. Yes. Yeah, from Bloodsport. How come you're ignoring my messages? You're saying that Selena Gomez isn't terrible. Again, that's you. That's you. I don't care for her. She still looks like she's 12. She hasn't grown up. Shaking your ass in a YouTube video is not. That's not growing up. Hmm. I do like these characters. Are they kind of cliche? Yeah, you got the nerd, you got the rebel, you got the girl character, you got the camera guy. I get it, but they're fun actors. They took a UPS truck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in. When he Because you know what, Jean Reno, when he laughed in the trailer like that, I thought he was a villain, but he's not. He's more of an anti-hero. And I like that. I like that it's different. Even Kickboxer and Best of the Best 2 is in a way. Yeah, and those movies are fun. The first Kickboxer, it's boxing and martial arts at the same time. Mixed martial arts. Not kung fu, just like a lot of other things. Me, what did I do? Get out of here. I love that. They call him Godzilla. She's so cute. She has a Scooby Doo plushie in that room. That's not her house though, right? Yeah, that's like a hipster's room. Thoughts on Sasha Mitchell? He has his moments. He's not Jean Claude Van Damme, but he has his moments. Of course, I would. John, no offense, but you didn't have to say that nobody cares about Michelle Jones. Again, you keep mentioning her like she's gonna be the next Spider-Man. She's not. She's a girl, and she's not Gwen Stacy. Sorry, but the next movie's not going to be much about her. I bet Zendaya is going to be in it briefly because they're setting up Miles. They're setting up Gwen Stacy. They're setting up the freaking other villains that will be there. There's a lot of villains we haven't seen. Yep, don't smoke. It's bad for your health. Yep, juicy fruit. I remember those commercials. The taste is gonna move ya. Have you ever done martial arts? No. I wish I could. I tried it. I've taken yoga classes, which has some moves like that, some stretching mostly. Hmm. He does reference Elvis in this movie, but again, this movie's shorter. Yes, Roland Emmerich's movies, a lot of them are too long. Like 2012 could have been like 20 minutes shorter because there's too many characters. Here, there's enough characters. And Independence Day, you just need a little bit of editing. What show did Nickelodeon rip off with Casey Undercover? I don't. Did they even do a spy show? I don't know. Nasty large lizards. They have uniform, U.S. military uniforms. Miles and Gwen are going to be introduced, and they're going to be coming at the thing in live action. And yeah, they get used to people. It's not like Zendaya will be killed off. No, they almost did in the last movie. But so you have a problem talking. Do I still own the double bill? No, because it's full screen of Kickboxer 3 and 4. No, I donated them years ago. Thank you very much. Still a better impression than freaking what's his name? Austin Butler. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Yeah, I miss the real Elvis. I'd rather see his movies than some wannabe. Just saying. And I'm not seeing Lightyear this year. Don't ask me in the chat. I'm done. Gay Disney is not for me. I've said that. I'd rather watch movies like this. There is nothing gay in here. Hmm. Got a nice haircut for tomorrow. It's going to be hot tomorrow. Is Victorious a ripoff of Shake It Up? No, because Victorious came out first. It came out in 2010. It's not a ripoff. It was just like Carly, but with a bigger cast. My legs are getting weak because man, this movie's 2.5 hours. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's about as long as Rogue One, but I had to do it because my sister's watching Stranger Things. Thoughts on Kamel Krifia as Tong Po? He was fine. Here's when Godzilla shows up. He took a break because then when they shoot him in the submarine, yeah, he disappears until the third act. But they have the baby Godzillas. That's why this movie's so long. There he is, Peekaboo. I love this roar. That roar is great. In Kickboxer 4, yeah, it's fine. Who started the rival fight, Disney or Nickelodeon? I think Disney because they want to own everything, pretty much. They want to own everything and they want to control people's lives. Well, they don't control me. After this, I'll take a break and then I'll come back on Facebook so I could talk to Josh. Tom Poe is still one of the best and most intimidating villains. He is because he's vicious. He's not. He doesn't have to say much. But in both the first movie, the second movie, and in the fourth movie, because the third movie they're in Brazil, so he's not in that one. This is his back shot. I'm glad I decided to see this movie because it's long enough to kill 2 hours. That's a good thing about Disney Plus shows, the Marvel shows. They're not 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's one of the films is that long, not their shows. Sheep's Meadow. Again, I really like the way the special effects in this movie. This film tried to be a epic summer blockbuster. Are Telltale Games and Rockstar Games rivals? I don't know. I play Telltale games. The Lego games are pretty much Telltale's stuff. Yeah, I gotta lie down. I gotta stretch my legs because I've been sitting for over an hour. Normally, I'd be done with my podcast by now, but I have to kill more time. He knows he's being set up now. Yeah. All right. I'm just going for the fish. He never enters the park. They shoot at him and he runs away again. What show did Nick rip off with Shake It Up? I don't know. What was that show even about? I don't know. Remember. Come on. I love this. Come on. I love this roar. I love that. He's leaving. Yeah, of course he's leaving. You guys set him up. That was a nice jump. These guys, they do hit him, but it doesn't hurt. Look, he ducked. Even the X-wing pilots in Star Wars were better shots than this. Victorious was a fun Nickelodeon show with fun humor, great songs, and a great ensemble cast, and some beautiful girls. Josh, gorgeous girls. Tori, Daniela, Liz Gillies, and of course Ariana Grande. Yep, leapfrog. He jumped right into the water because Godzilla always goes in the water. At the end of most of his films, he goes into the water. The original Godzilla versus Kong, even the original King Kong versus Godzilla is in the water, or he falls in the water, like in Godzilla versus Mothra. That was the black guy from Rocky Five. American Assassin is shorter than this. It's like an hour and 50 minutes. You miss me. They miss him. They only hit him twice. You miss me. Yeah, I know. There's a sense of urgency in this movie. I didn't get that with some other movies in the Godzilla franchise, like Godzilla's Revenge. I saw that Japanese version back in May, and I was so bored. Nick Disney Plus Nick rips off with Paramount Plus. Yeah, they do. But the thing is, Paramount Plus has less gay in it. Disney is plus adult content that kids are gonna love. Yeah, kids don't love gay agendas. They don't even know what that is. They don't care. Oh no! Boom! You sunk my battleship. No, it's not a battleship. It's a submarine, but it's close enough. 7, 6, 5. If Olivia Rodrigo gets to do something like this or a superhero movie or spy thriller, I can definitely see it. Yeah, she can act. I've seen it. She's not just a singer. She can act. Yeah, they shot him, but he's not destroyed. I was like, the movie's not over yet. Target destroyed? No, it's not. He's not destroyed. It just stunned him. Target destroyed? Yeah, that's what they said in the original. Mm-mm. He's just knocked out, and then he goes underground and goes right through Madison Square Garden, which I've been to. The last time I went there was in 2017, before the pandemic. Because during the pandemic, I still haven't gone there. I took pictures from it, but I didn't. I went close there in 2019 when I went to Comic Con. I'm going to hopefully go to Comic Con this year. Only the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Hmm. I have a lot of tender memories in that place. I went there since I was a kid. It should have been the lead of Shake It Up. Yeah, by herself. She didn't need Bella Thorne. There's less people watching it now because they probably left. There's the eggs. It looks like the eggs, not from Jurassic Park, but from Aliens. Even if Matthew Broderick was at a convention and he signed this, I'd be like, I enjoy this. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Hmm. There's over 200 eggs. This score is really good, by the way. Just like the Mario Brothers movie. I think the musical score people in the 90s, they knew how to do good music. They didn't put a stupid soundtrack in here that distracts me like a CW show. Good thing that next week when I finish full of Riverdale season 6, it's only 45 minutes. It's not 2 hours long. Phew. Because man, shows are just too freaking long now. And some movies, the Batman is took from this movie. Yes, Josh, that Madison Square Garden knockoff in the Batman it was stole from this movie when the Riddler has all of his henchmen there and they're shooting at Batman. It's like this scene, except there's no monsters in there. There it is, Madison Square Garden, because you could sit over 20,000 people in that arena. I actually bought this before the 2014 movie came out, and before Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla versus Kong. Did you see my message? Yes, I did already. Little Sims. Excuse me. Man, he's taking pictures. He took a selfie with the egg. Yeah, these designs are really well done, and these are practical effects, guys. These aren't just cartoon CGI like an Avatar. It actually put effort into this movie. Why do you think it took so long? After the last Godzilla movie before this was in 1995 in Japan, Godzilla versus Destroyer. It took 3 years for this movie to get into theaters. Theaters, not direct to video. Hello. Here comes the egg. It pops out of the egg. Hmm. And plus, these are bigger than the Raptors. Good effects, guys. I'm sorry. The critics are wrong on this one. I think these effects still look really amazing, except for the CGI with the baby raptors later. And when they're like walking in the shadows look cool, but then it looks kind of dated. But these effects, these practical effects up close, look good. Hmm. Yeah, people actually made these designs with their hands, not a computer program. Most of the effects, up close effects, are it's practical. It's actual organic, stuff, rubber monsters and animatronics. That's the CG. Yeah, that one looks a little bit wonky. See those effects? Yeah, take that, Jurassic World, the first one. That's all the effects in that is CGI, and it looks bad. It is smelling them. There we go. Here, the chase is on. Plus, there's way more baby Godzillas than the Raptors in Jurassic Park. Way more. See, when they're up close, it looks good, but from a distance, it looks a little dated. I haven't been to Madison Square Garden in a long time. I want to go back. And the arena, not the theater that's there. I want to go to a Knicks game or something. I haven't been to a Knicks game yet, and I've been living in New York City for over 3 decades. Do you see when you see a thing? The opening will have flashy effects. It's fine, as long as it's not 2 hours long. I'll be fine. This guy dies first, off screen because it's not R rated. He's like, "Uh oh, no!" Yep, this idiot speared. They're like, okay, on three, three. It's fun. This movie's a lot of fun. It's a lot of childhood memories. Well, teen memories, because I saw this when I was 13. My sister was too young to see this. She was only 7. Well, no, she was 6. Like a show and everything. There it is, the New York Knicks. Space Jam is not the only movie to show the Knicks Madison Square Garden logo. It's in this movie as well. See my battery. It should be fully charged by now. We're almost 2 hours in. That's why Endgame, I have to see it upstairs. No, it's not. LC, not Elsa. Mm-hmm. It won't be 2 hours. Try and stop me. I love that. So manpower in this movie. There's no feminism in this movie. Thank you very much. Mm, there we go. Ooh, that did not age well. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna refer. I'm not gonna say that number online because I don't want somebody to use it to blow up a building. No way. Yes, in the TV version, that number is changed because they don't want people to dial that number to try to get any ideas. He's using a payphones, something that nobody uses anymore. They're both dead. There's a lot of tension in the movie. Even when Godzilla's not on screen, his babies kill half of these men. The only one who doesn't die is Jean Reno's character. They go into the vent like in Die Hard. I could shut this fan off for now because I don't need it anymore. It's the sun's gone and it's nice and cool in here. I want to save some electricity. I'm plugging in a lot of things, so the movie's almost done anyway. So MLS. This CGI probably is the weakest in the movie. Besides the shadows look cool. Watch the shadows. Those shadows look cool. But the CG here looks a little bit dated. That's the last egg. That's that's the last egg. That egg was the last one that we're setting up for the sequel, which happened in the TV series in the cartoon. So it's like Bronson Pinchot's brother, right? Are you going to review the Chucky? No, because it's not a real crossover. I review real movies, not fan made movies. Real movies. Sorry, Little Sim, but it has to be a crossover that is real. It can't. I'll eventually give you my thoughts, but not as a video because I have a lot of reviews and live streams to go this month. This month is long, like this movie. Oh, this is from Jurassic Park. Yeah, the scene in the kitchen. Yeah, near the window. Yeah, The baby Godzilla's head through the thing. Yeah, they saw Jurassic Park, but again, Jurassic World stole from Jurassic Park too. So, and that, it's the same franchise, I know, but it doesn't matter. Oh, this is not good. Take the elevator, Nick. Yeah, that's what almost every critic said in 1998. I didn't believe them. I watched the movies and I had a lot of fun. I like Joel Siegel, may he rest in peace from Good Morning America. It's big, it's fun, and it's loud. This is when he kicks him on the head. Oh, oh. Did you see the Cat in the Hat film? Yes, I did once. They're eating the popcorn. That's great. It has to be a real crossover, not something fan made. Because if that was the case, I'd be reviewing a lot of fan made stuff. Thor: The Love and Thunder is a crossover because you have the Guardians of the Galaxy there, so that counts. He looks first. Look, they're all over the place. I couldn't get out. No cameras. Yeah, all right. Very good. I meant, did you see the cartoon of the Cat in the Hat? Well, some of it. Some. I don't know which one you're talking about though. The internet, because yes, this was 1998, so the internet was a thing back then. It just that there was no IMDb back then. There was no Netflix. There was no YouTube. There was no Facebook or Twitter or all of that for a tape. They run like this. It's cute. See, he's not afraid, man. He runs, but because he has survival instincts. You can't work in the Secret Service and not have survival instincts. Mm. Yep, there's my code. He does a Bruce Willis. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. There's the Independence Day alien. Yeah, Jean Reno's not afraid of these things. Yep, they're breaking right through. The Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. You saw he's eating Ruffle chips, which still exist to this day. Ed, pick up transponder and watch the feed. Yeah, the Rangers, the New York Rangers. Yes, he will. All right, Ed, come on now. He sees the monsters. Look, Sprint, that's still around. Yep, you can't believe it. Yeah, this is before people did live streaming. Yeah, like I'm doing right now. All I need is a webcam and a good internet connection, and there we go. We're almost done. We go 1 hour and 46 minutes in. It's a long movie, guys. I know I've been there. I wish you could review fan made movies. I want to. I just don't want to this month because it's not much to talk about. If it's an hour long, it's not. It's like an episode of a show now. Fan films. I'm not gonna like never cover them. I'll just give you my thoughts when I see it. Just not tomorrow since it's a holiday. Hmm. Look at the kids like, what? Yeah, COVID couldn't stop New York from me living. They have to destroy this building immediately before these creatures can escape. Did you resub to me? Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'm not crying. I just had a crust in my eye. It's just a broadcast. And the real Mr. Robinson, I give him a shout out because he said it. Obi-Wan was a good show that people just shit on because they're tired of Disney. Yikes. You win. Military says you got less than 6 minutes before you're all toast. Get out. Party's over. I love this. Yep. Badass. Hmm. There's the F-18s. People that like Top Gun Maverick, this scene is the best part of the movie. The F-18 pilots. They actually get things done. They blow up the building and they kill Godzilla on the Brooklyn Bridge at the end. I admit there's too many chase scenes in this movie, but you could have just kept two of them. Like in the second half of the film. The first half, I don't think, people running, we've seen that already. Also, the beginning could have been cut in some of the locations. Are you going to watch Ninja Turtles? It's on Netflix. I could watch it. Some of it. You saw the basketballs and the gumballs of doom. Yep. Tripping. I miss movies when they were entertaining. Remember that? When they didn't have agendas and everything? There's no gay characters in this movie. It's not needed. It would have taken me out of the film. That's why when I'm done with Baymax, I'm not watching another animated show if there's going to be gay characters. Disney, you can kiss my ass. I'd rather watch the Disney movies that I own because they're better than your bullshit Disney. Look at them. LGB, it's not what you think. This is when he shoots the lights. This is Penn Station. I know where that is. Yep, Penn Station. I was near there when I went to Comic Con 3 years ago. Every Danger Inspector Gadget. Again, why do you keep answering me that? I'm not going to answer that. And Michael Bay would have an orgasm seeing this. Kablooey. Yep, kaplooey. That's awesome. Yep. And there was no one at the garden, so everybody was safe because the city was mostly evacuated. Thank God we still have the MSG. It's still around, and no one blew it up or relocated or anything. It's still in New York City. Hmm. How you doing? You all right? Yeah, the movie could have ended here, but no, Godzilla has to come back. Hmm. You didn't kill me. Get Broderick's face like, what? He sees his baby's burnt. She's a burnt baby. But there's one egg left in the cartoon. Yep. Mm-hmm. Trying to eat them. There's KFC. Yeah, that taxi cab. That's his breath again. No fire this time, just wind. He didn't have to hotwire the car. He used a knife. How would you rank the Tom Holland Spider-Man? No Way Home, Far From Home, no Homecoming, and then Far From Home because Homecoming had the better villain. I didn't want to wear a hat, so I didn't get a headache. Must go faster. Must go faster. Yeah, that nobody uses anymore. Because yeah, you could get a subway map on your phone now. That's great. I do like the effects in this movie. I haven't had this much fun watching a New York movie since Ghostbusters 2 last month, which I when I recovered. At least O'Neill's an active character in this movie. He doesn't disappear for an hour. Yep, he fell. I can't. I can't. They delayed Across the Spider Verse. I know. Across the Spider Verse got pushed to 2023. That's fine. This year wasn't that great anyway. If it came out in October, that's right during Comic Con. Black Adam would be just fine. Dune also got pushed to next year too. I know. His franchise is still. They're doing a sequel to Godzilla versus Kong. I'm very interested. The first one was freaking awesome. Yeah, the cast wasn't as good as this. I like this cast more. It's more American, less foreign, and less pandering. Just saying. Millie Bobby Brown only did that movie because of a paycheck, and also because she did Stranger Things. There's the fire again. Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man No Way Home? No Way Home every day because it's the better movie. It's got way more. It's a shorter movie, and it wasn't meddled with the. You saw that was the Sebastian from the Little Mermaid. He goes into the Park Avenue Tunnel. You saw the cab fare was $75, but then the cab gets destroyed by Godzilla. He squishes it. Park Avenue. He's trying to grab them with his giant hand. Yeah, because in the original Godzilla, his hands were like this. They weren't like this, you know? This one could actually grab things. Just saying. His little hands were kind of one of his shortcomings. He's like, what? Yay! Hey! Just to do that. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie. It's very entertaining. This is not Roland Emmerich's worst movie. This movie made money. Moonfall did not. So, Josh, better movie than Moonfall. More entertaining, and it doesn't have a dumbass from freaking Game of Thrones that can't act. I'm sick of that. I love that. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. My home. Hell yeah. Brooklyn Bridge exits to Manhattan. There it is. That's a set, though. Yep, I'm gonna eat ya. 2 hours in. Man, this is a long movie. this movie is this movie is almost as long as a Marvel movie, especially the early stuff in Marvel. You took a chunk of the highway. Right, right in the tooth, right in the incisor. This is fun to do. I'm glad I finally got to do this. I couldn't do it in June because I was sick. So when he jumps on top of the bridge, that's awesome. I saw that in the trailer because that's the oldest bridge in New York City, made of bricks. Yep, he gets stuck. This movie is like an hour longer than The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Hell yeah, buddy. And there's no post-credit scene in this movie. The scene at the end is the post-credit scene. Yep, this kills them. I don't understand why, because they're F-18. They usually don't kill Godzilla, but it's a different Godzilla. So I can let it go. Good movie. Yeah, it's a fun movie. If you haven't seen this movie, watch it. Stream it. It's worth your time. I'm glad I got to live to see this movie and Godzilla versus Kong. That brought a lot of nostalgia back for me as a fan of both of those monsters. Just blow shit up. It's all we know how to do. I love that. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll be stomping through buildings again in no time. Good score, man. Whoa! That's the roar they used in Shrek for the dragon. Yep. He finally goes down. And the original was the oxygen destroyer. At least they didn't do that in this movie, which basically, those missiles were like an oxygen destroyer. Just they blow up instead of suck out all the oxygen from the water. They wanted to be their own thing. I appreciate Roland Emmerich and the writers for doing their own thing, their own take on Godzilla. It is their own take. This wasn't studio interfered like crazy, like other movies are now. Yep, he's down. But every time Godzilla dies, he comes right back up. You can't keep a good monster down. Rest in peace to 1998 Godzilla in this movie, because we see his legacy continues to this day. If this was the last Godzilla movie, then I would have been pissed, but it's not. And I had a great cartoon that came out the same year that I saw on Fox when I was a teenager. That was fun, guys. We're almost done. Godzilla defeated, but he will never stay down. That's my husband. I love that. I know. Imagine if this was Caitlin Deaver and she got a kiss at the end of Godzilla movie. I would love to see. Hey, Josh, if she's in Godzilla versus Kong 2, I would flip. I would do flips on my bed. The mayor who destroyed Godzilla. Yeah, I love Michael Lerner in this movie and in Elf. He's so fat. He's like, then you're finished. You're finished. I love that. I rest in peace, Siskel and Ebert, man. My favorite Roland Emmerich movie is still Independence Day, the first one. Screw the sequel. I hate the sequel with a passion. Yeah, take that, Michael Bay. It's like, you're beautiful. Yep, suck it, and Ned Flanders. Yeah, he took the tape from him. Tape. If this was a recent Godzilla movie, it'd be on a hard drive, and that's hard to take out, guys. Michael Bay needs to make a movie like this. Yeah, a monster movie. Just go crazy. You want to destroy buildings? I want to see his take on like Pacific Rim, but better shot and not with foreign actors. Just go crazy. Do like what Space Jam: A New Legacy did for me. It gave me a long-awaited sequel that entertained me. Hold on. Thanks for making this movie entertaining, John Renault. Yeah. Au revoir, man. Uh, just an insurance guy. This was fun, guys. Yeah, he said something about your tape. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, or Alvin and the Chipmunks? What do you think, guys? Now, this is the post-credit scene. This movie's long. Yeah, it's a very long movie. Like this is one of the longest Godzilla movies. This one, the 2014 movie, and Godzilla Final Wars. This is the post-credit scene that does lead to something. Not another movie, but we got a cartoon, and that's good enough for me. 2 hours and 10 minutes. I think my sister should be done with her episode like in a couple of minutes. Here's the Puff Daddy song. We're not going to hear it. That was awesome. Okay, now let's shut that off. That was fun, guys. 2 hours and 10 minutes of pure, unadulterated, freaking PG-13 monster movie delight. And I would not have it any other way. Thank you, Roland Emmerich, for this movie, and Dean Devlin. I do enjoy so a lot. What do I prefer is Tom Holland, because, Alvin and Chipmunks is cute, but like I said, it's more for kids. This movie's fun. It's worth a watch. I'm glad I own this movie. I've had it on VHS for many years. Then I got rid of it, and I got this DVD back in 2014 when the 2014 movie was coming out. And it's fun. It's still just as iconic as when I saw it over 20 years ago in 1998. It really has a lot of stuff that is missing from cinemas today. Just saying. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Little Sims and Salvatore and Josh, for all your comments and questions and your thoughts. Thanks for being here with me. The summer is off to a pretty good start so far. Not great, but still better than 2020 and some of last year. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.